Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Mystic Destinies Serendipity of Aeons. We are here, running away from that strange lady. Don't know who she is. The only thing that keeps me going is Takumi dragging me along after him. We reach his school and quickly get on. Wasting no time, Takumi starts it up and ride off into the night. We don't speak until we get back to Aurelia's place. Somehow it doesn't feel safe to until we're inside. We practically collapse onto the couch from exhaustion. Takumi sighs and looks at me. That woman is the right hand of a vampire mafia family known as the Okuras. Her name is Azucena del Bosque, and she's an incredibly dangerous demon. She looks beautiful though. What? Demon? Wait, she's a demon? First there's vampires and now there's demons? How? Takumi nods. Demons are said to be descendants of fallen gods. They live in different realms than ours. Personally, I think vampires are much worse than demons. Just the process to become one is hellish. Ever curious? Despite my better judgment, I decided to ask Takumi. How does one become a vampire? The victim has to be drained of blood until they're near death. Then the vampire injects their venom. Victim report feeling ecstasy, followed by burning, boiling, searing pain. The heart goes into overdrive. Some victims say it feels like their heart is actually being crushed. It's nasty business. It's a part of why humans and other supernaturals hate vampires. So it isn't uncommon for them to be together, like how Azucena is part of the Okuras. I see. And she knew Shizuka. Well, enough that she owed something to her. Just what kind of dealings does Shizuka have with her? Probably that pendant jewel thing. What could she have been doing? I don't know. But I promise we'll get to the bottom of this. For now, you should get some sleep. I nod and manage to force my weary body off the sofa. Takumi immediately lies down where I was sitting and stretches out. Hooked down at him, looking so innocent with his eyes already closed. Oh, he looks so tired. My baby boy. I try to reconcile what I'm seeing now with the man I saw earlier. But I vividly see Takumi pushing that dagger into the vampire's stomach with no hesitation. I open my mouth to say something. It feels like I should say something anyway. But I don't know what to say, so I close it. Takumi's eyes open, looking at me curiously. Thinking about joining me again. Joining you? Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Move over! Seriously? The bed will be more comfortable, right? I reached down and smacked Takumi, giggling. Maybe some other time. Good night. Don't tease me like that. You keep teasing me like that. I'm going to start taking you seriously, you know. I wave Takumi off and turn around. It isn't lost on me that Takumi's teasing might be genuine. It doesn't matter, because my focus is on other things right now anyway. Takumi deserves better than some freak like me anyway. With those gloomy thoughts for company, I head to my room and sleep. Huh? Where am I? I blink several times as I look at the unfamiliar ceiling. Slowly, sleep leaves my body and remember yesterday's events. I roll over and grab my phone. I squint as soon as I unlock it, blinded by the overly bright screen. Ugh, why is it always so bright? 3 a.m. The tiny numbers stare back at me from the phone screen. My stomach growls and I sigh, rolling back onto my back. I stare up at the ceiling. My sleep schedule is completely destroyed now. But what does it matter anymore anyway? Not like I've got school to go to, or a job or anything. Oh wait, I forgot to officially withdraw. I sigh again. I'll have to do that later. The longer I lay in bed, the more I realize I won't be able to fall back asleep. My stomach practically screams in protest and I know I have to give in and go look for something to eat. I wonder if I should get up though. Taku's sleeping out there on the couch, so what if I wake him up? It was nice of him to take the sofa, even though he's obviously known Aurelia longer. And it was nice of Aurelia to get me some pajamas. I looked down at my tank top, grateful that I didn't have to sleep in my clothes another night. The pajamas had been on the bed when I stumbled into the room. They've both been so kind to me. I wonder how they met anyway. My stomach growls and I realize that the smell of something cooking has been permeating the air. Oh, maybe that's what woke me up. I sit up in bed and see that there's light coming from under the door. So someone's up then. With that thought, I get up to investigate. I walk into the room to find Taku. now in normal clothing, sitting cross-legged on the sofa. Aurelia is talking to him, all curled up in the chair. Both sit with plates of food in their laps, the dining room table completely ignored. I feel like I've interrupted some private talk between two old friends. I feel a little shy when their eyes land on me. Hey, you're up early. Food's on the counter if you want some. Thanks. You're one to talk. You just got in, didn't you? The two continue chatting. I shuffle over to the kitchen. I start rummaging through Aurelia's cabinets to find a plate. There's so many cabinets here. Maybe I should just ask her which one. I'm about to do just that when talking to Aurelia's conversation turns to a topic of interest. You're not going to believe this, but I saw her. I saw Azucena. Aurelia stops eating for a moment and stares at Taku. At Michiko's mother's house? Home? Sorry. Taku nods. She said she was looking for something. What did you do? I got us the hell out of there. I know I can't handle her. Good, man. So it sounds like she has a connection to the sorceress then. Aurelia continues chewing thoughtfully, and I realize I have found the cabinet with the plates. I grab one, walk over to the counter, and begin spooning some food on it. Eggs with salsa, I'm guessing. Ooh, that sounds kind of good. My mouth won't stop watering at the smell. And then, when Aurelia begins talking again, I'm instantly drawn back out of my hungry thoughts. Psh, eat while you listen, girl! Then you'll find this little piece of information useful. I was going to tell you anyway, since I think it'll be useful for you for your Yasu case. Yasu case? Who is Yasu? I glance over at Taku, but his eyes remain locked on Aurelia. He looks so serious and tense that I decide to wait before asking anything. Feeling the tension in the air, I wait where I am quietly. I've heard this tidbit for a while, but I wanted to make sure it would grow into something you could use before I told you. Excuse me, had a burp. There's a growing faction of vampires within the Okamura Mafia that are planning to rebel against Azucena. They call themselves the Silver Dogs. They seem like they're getting pretty organized, so they might be a good starting place for info. Is that so? This may be a good time as any to step in. I walk to the dining table, sitting in the chair facing them in the living room. But if I can ask, what does this have to do with Yasu? The pair look at me. The silence between us draws on, turning awkward. I wonder if I was okay in asking that. But he was my friend too, and Taku hasn't mentioned him once. Did something bad happen to Yasu? Is he alright? Takumi and Aurelia both look away. Takumi then sighs and looks back to me. No, he's not okay. I gasp. Why? What's happened? Taku begins his story as Aurelia looks on. 3 years ago, the day you left while on the job, Yasu was attacked by someone. Someone I believe may have been a vampire. He was critically injured as a result. He's been in a comatose state since that day. I rest my hand over my anxious heart. My God, he's been in a coma? For 3 years? Taku nods. Yeah, and I've been looking for the person who did it ever since. Oh no, Yasu. He used to be always so kind to me. He always looked after us. He was so cool and confident. Of course, I was so young, I couldn't help but admire him for it. And as time passed, I thought I was in love. Oh, shoot! And now I look at Taku. Why didn't you tell me? All this time I was thinking he was alright. I didn't see a reason to change that. There was no reason for you to know. No reason for you to suffer through knowing when you can't do anything. Isn't it kinder to just let you go on, as if everything is still okay? Taku's voice falls to a whisper. Sometimes I wish I didn't know. The silence falls in the room as tears drip down onto my food. Taku's quiet voice is all that breaks it. On that day you left, that's where I was. I had a bad feeling about Yasu and I went after him. When I found him, I saw a woman with long black hair. I can't remember her face though for some reason. But I think that woman might have been Azucena. Azucena? The leader of the Mafia? Why would she have been involved? Taku avoids my eyes. She may have been involved with Yasu in some way. I can't say the specifics yet. I've been working this case on the side for the past 3 years. But it's tough because everyone who was directly involved with it disappeared a long time ago. All this time he's been training, working, going to school, and working on this case too? This must have been incredibly difficult. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled. I had no idea that anything was wrong, so I was just shocked. But that's no excuse. I'm sure you've been through hell with this. Taka doesn't say anything, just looks away. I think for a moment, then continue. But still, I'd like to see Yasu, if possible. Oh shoot, sorry. Taka gives me an inscrutable expression. I feel myself tense as he stares at me. I begin to wonder if I've done something wrong before he gives an awkward smile. I feel the tension leave my body and the atmosphere in the room immediately lightens. Wow, I never realized just how big of an impact Takumi's smile can have on my mood. Sure, but I'm kind of wiped out. Not used to having missions back to back. I'm sure you feel the same, so maybe we should take a break tomorrow. I need to go back to my apartment and get some things and handle some other stuff. Then we should go see him on Thursday or Friday. A break? I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, you're right. I'm sore all over and tired. There's just been so much adrenaline lately. Yeah, I can't say you get that used to it. I can't say you get that used to it, but it does get easier to deal with. Taku stands up and yawns. Ichiko, I'm tired of sleeping on the couch and you seem pretty rested, so I'm taking your bed, okay? Good night. What? Taku puts his plate in the sink and waves goodnight. He then promptly walks to the guest room and shuts the door. A tinkling laugh comes from somewhere in the room, and I'm surprised to see it's Aurelia. He's not really what you call a gentleman, right? I admit I'm surprised he ever gave you the bed. What a jerk. What a jerk. He's your jerk, though. Not my jerk. Not my anything. I mean, he's that way all on his own. Of course, got it. Not yours at all in any way. Even though he's your childhood friend and helping you. I groan. I can tell that there's no winning with Aurelia. That's true enough. Well, I'll be gone on its trip with Pax for a few days soon, so you can have my bed if you want. Just wash your sheets after, and I won't care. Oh, and no sex in it, please. I immediately shake my head. I really seriously doubt... No, that will happen. So thank you. Desperate, I try to change the subject. So have you known your friend Pax for a long time? Alright, hold on. I want to see... I like that about him though? Do you? Aurelia's voice seems just a little too amused to me. Not like. Whoever said you did? That's right. But if he did, he'd be pleased. I don't really know what to say to that, so I just cough and clear my throat, which of course sends Aurelia laughing again. I don't know which one I like better. He could have just told me? He could have. But would that make you any happier about getting kicked out now? Well, no, but I trail off and Aurelia cruelly lets me fizzle out all on my own. Don't worry, he probably just wanted to smell your scent or something weird. Are you serious? Aurelia laughs. How should I know? It's a definite possibility anyway. That kid is weird. I sigh, suddenly hoping that no scent sniffing is going on in my room right now. Alright, I kind of liked the very first one when I said what a jerk. Yeah, many years. Longer than you've been alive. She's an interesting sort. Well, really? You look so young. Is she like you then? You're what? You're what? I'm a sylph? Sylph? We come from Avalon. Pax does too, though I didn't know her then. They call her Pirate Queen Pax, actually. But while she may look the part, I can tell you that woman's no queen. It sounds like she's really fond of Pax. She sounds really cool. I'd like to meet her one day. Aurelia shakes her head. Be careful what you wish for. She's a force to be reckoned with, always dragging me to this or that. She sighs, but she has a good heart, mostly. Oh, that reminds me. Aurelia hops up lightly and realizes there are tiny semi-transparent wings on her. And I realized there are tiny semi-transparent wings on her back. A little gasp escapes my lip, but I don't say anything. So sylphs have wings like that. That's so cool. Aurelia goes and grabs what seems to be a heavy bag from by the door. It comes to stand in front of me. Pax and I both gathered up a bunch of musty old books we had lying around. They're from our adventuring and whatnot that we never got around to selling. Can't guarantee anything about them, but they are magical texts if you want to look at them. They are even in human languages, most of them anyway, I think. Aurelia places a bag next to me. I immediately reach into it and grab a heavy old tome covered in dust. I rub the dust away, revealing part of a word, necro. Curiosity mixed with fear runs through me, but most of all excitement. I look up, beginning to speak. But the door across the hall closes, and I realize Aurelia is already gone. I shrug. Oh well, I'll just have to think it properly tomorrow. Pull out all the books and spread them out on the table, carefully looking over each one. I love books, but I haven't had time to read any in ages, so I'm kind of excited to read something again. A small voice in the back of my mind whispers that I could read a lot more if I didn't drop out of school, but I ignore it. I pick what seems to be the most innocuous one, titled Magic and You, a complete and speedy guide to the beginning of a new you. I settle in on the sofa with the book and finally begin to eat my cold food. There's a microwave somewhere, right? For the remainder of the night, I read until I pass out where I sit. Yo, the music just went weird. Respite for the wicked. Oh god, it's this place again. Right now, Takumi's taking me somewhere on his scooter. But yesterday, like a vampire, I slept the entire time the sun was up. Though who knows if they even do that. Can't believe they're real. But when I woke up that evening, both Taco and Aurelia were gone. I took care of withdrawing from Hagiwara as much as it hurt to do so. But I know I can't concentrate on my studies right now. If I try to focus on too many things, I'll just fail everything, so something had to go. I studied a lot more as well. Besides beginning to gain knowledge of what sorts of magic there are, I found out that even just a basic summoning of magic can take a long time to master. Which is depressing me, honestly. Well, whatever. I'm determined to get a hold on it until I can find Shizuka and make her reverse this shit. I did practice controlling and calming my magic though. After that, it was pretty easy to figure out that my magic is directly connected to my feelings. I studied control late into the night again, with never seeing Taku and Aurelia that day. And when I woke up this evening, Takumi was suddenly there, saying he was going to take me out for a Friday night date. Having no choice but to agree, I am now on Takumi's scooter, my arms wrapped tightly around him so I don't fall off. Admittedly, it's nice to feel the wind in my hair and to actually not think about anything gloomy for once. I wonder where Taku is taking me. I already asked 3 times, but he won't tell me. Oh, is it an indoor, like, water park? Oh, look at the banana float. I can't hide my surprise when we walk into a big pool area. Of all the places I expected to go to, it wasn't here. This is where I work as a lifeguard. Or, well, did up until yesterday. What do you mean by that? I have a feeling that shit is about to hit the fan, so I asked for some time off work, indefinitely. Since I got a good track record, they agreed to let me come back whenever I wanted. If I ever do anyway. Shit hitting the fan. And how do you know this exactly? With you suddenly coming into my life. And a possible breakthrough in Yasu's case. Let's just call it detective's intuition. Anyway, I'll go get us some snacks. Taku leaves and I turn to examine the pool. Other than some people playing with the beach ball, hardly any people are here. Although that's hardly surprising considering the time of day and year. Taku quickly comes back with snacks and points to the edge of the pool. We can chill over there. Unless you want to get in the pool. With what bathing suit? My thoughts exactly. I'm fine. The air is kind of cold in here anyway. We go sit at the edge of the pool with our snacks, and after rolling up our pants leg, we dangle our feet in the pool. So, how'd you start working here? I knew you were really into swimming, but I still didn't think you'd be a lifeguard. I asked while struggling with one of the snack bags. Who even makes them so hard to open? Honestly, man, same. I feel the same. The struggle doesn't last long. Takumi takes the bag from my hands, opens it for me, and hands it right back. Well, I needed money for my night job gear. And I was accepted into Hagiwara on a swimming scholarship, so it just made sense. Taku shrugs and takes some food from my bag. I stare at him for a moment, a little surprised that he'd just help himself like that. I mean, you're childhood friends, come on now. But what's more surprising, or perhaps not at all, is how natural it feels for him to do it. The familiarity of the situation brings back memories of us sitting together like this in the past and sharing whatever food we had. Honestly, guys, sucker for childhood. Childhood love. Killing. Some things really do stay the same. And you started your night job because after looking for clues on what happened to Yasu, I hit a wall. I met Aurelia during that time. It's a long story. I know. You want to know anyway. You're as curious as ever. Well, Takumi moves a bit closer to me. It's almost as if it was unconscious, like he's seeking comfort for whatever he's about to tell me. Taka looks up at the sky through the glass. This is really gorgeous, by the way. This storyline has already reached #1 for me. And we haven't even got to the romance yet. After you left, I started staying at Yasu's place, looking for clues on what's happened to him. I searched Yoru as well. I was a young kid and I didn't know anything, so I got beat up a lot in those days. Thinking back on it, those were some hella shitty times. Hella? I haven't heard that in a while. I barely had enough to eat, and my parents thought I was at my grandmother's. 2 cops didn't even know their kid was missing. Oh, his parents were cops? Eventually, I ran into vampires. I saw some things back then. Death and worse. Things I wasn't able to prevent. I was lucky to get out alive. I was such an idiot. I did so many stupid things. Takumi sighs. I met Aurelia when she bailed me out from one stupid decision too many. She saved my life during that mess, and I kind of saved hers. After that, she thought I should follow in my father and brother's footsteps. She said I should try to direct all the passion and energy I had into helping others. She became my parkour mentor and helped me meet people that would teach me how to use weapons. With her help, I opened up my unofficial private detective agency as Dante Shiragon. What? And the rest is just history. Wow, that's... I look away. For some reason that I can't quite grasp, I feel incredibly sad. You were so busy while I was away. You probably faced so many hardships. Yeah. We fall silent and simply look up at the sky above together. Our hands so close together we're nearly touching. So close that I can almost feel him. Okay. Just put your hand on top of him. Dominance. As the sun sets, a cool breeze passes between us, and and I take my feet out of the water, pulling my knees against my chest. Looking down at the water, I began speaking. Speaking. Well, what accent was that? Whatever. You know, I didn't think we'd ever get to do this again. I thought that you didn't ever want to speak to me again back then, when you didn't show up to say goodbye that day. Of course I always want to talk to you. I mean, I'm sorry. After you left the country, I didn't know how to reach you. I'm glad I was able to help Yasu, even if I was too late and too useless. But I always regretted never getting to say goodbye to you. So I'm glad you're here now. Toga hesitantly puts his hand on mine and I glance down at it. Give his hand a firm squeeze. I give Takumi's hand a small reassuring squeeze. I look into his eyes, trying to communicate that it's okay, that we're still friends. Friends. No, don't say friends! But Takumi looks surprised more than anything. After a moment, he looks away. After a moment, Taku sighs and pulls his hand away, putting it into his lap. Hey, Michiko? Hey, hold on. Let's see it look away and do nothing. I'm surprised at the action, I assume. But I'm not sure what to do, or if I want to do anything at all. I can't bring myself to look at Takumi's face as my own heats up in response. I attempt to bring my quickening heartbeat under control with logic. What is this? It's just Taku. After a moment, Taku sighs and pulls his hand away and putting it... No, I like the other one. No. We're bold. But again, this could screw me up. Hey, Michiko. When you were young, didn't you used to have a crush on my brother? What? Who's his brother? His question throws me off balance. I try to gather myself a bit before answering. Well, it was probably a bit more than a crush, but yeah, I guess. push a strand of hair out of my face. I mean, why are you even asking that now? Just wondering. So, what did you do while you were gone? How was the UK? It was nice. It's an interesting place, very different from Japan, and yet similar in some ways. I liked it, but I feel most at home here. Hey! Watch out! I look up and see a ball coming right at me. In the brief moment between panic and understanding what's happening, I suddenly feel like I've been set on fire. We need to go. We need to go right now. The ball explodes in midair before it can get close to me. Behind the flaming, falling pieces of the ball, I can see the people's confused and terrified expression. What? Why did you do that? Just let the ball hit you. It's just a plastic thing. It's not like a soccer ball. Man, soccer ball flying in my face was the worst. Knocked off my glasses in middle school. Embarrassing in front of the whole gymnasium. Embarrassing. My skin feels like it's being stabbed with millions upon millions of hot needles. I can't turn it off. Whatever it is exactly. I look at Takumi and a small flame bursts into life and explodes mid-air. Right where he was sitting before he suddenly hopped away. In a rush, Takumi gets behind me and covers my eyes as he pulls me up from the pool. Although blind and confused, the sensation of Takumi's unexpectedly soft hands on my eyes feel almost calming amidst the chaos. Sorry about the ball, guys. Wow, that was crazy, huh? I even say even as he drags me along somewhere. In a strange moment of serenity among the utter panic, a single thought comes to mind. We must look like a pair of complete weirdos right now. Takumi desperately whispers to me. Cover your eyes. Right now! He drops his hand and pulls me along by the hand instead. I do as I'm instructed, even as the fear settles in my head. Shit! What just happened? Did I do that? Did I destroy that ball? Did I almost hurt Takumi? Without another word, we rush out of the pool. I am too crazy with this power. Like, she was so scared that she burned the ball. A plastic, well, I don't know what material it is, but it's not hard. I had to keep my eyes closed even on the scooter until the ride itself calmed me down. Afterward, I immediately feel exhausted to the point that Takumi offered to let me ride on his back, but I refused. I tiredly trudge past Aurelia, who follows me with her eyes. I don't have the energy to look back as Takumi starts explaining what happened to her. What happened? Yeah. Oh, I like this lighting in here. I fall into the bed, barely able to keep my eyes open. Damn these powers. I'm so worn out. I didn't even ask for this shit. I need to find Shizuka as soon as possible. I hit my mic, sorry. The door opens then, but I can't find the strength to push myself up to see who it is. Taka comes into view then. How are you feeling? Like shit. You really haven't changed much. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that I'm going out tonight to get something that will help you with your powers. I'm having Aurelia help me, so if something happens and you need us, just call me. We won't be too far away. I barely manage a nod before I fall asleep. When I woke up today, it was of course evening. Oh, we get to see Yasu, whoever this guy is, in a coma. Somehow I started to get used to hardly ever seeing the sun up anymore. But this time, I'm sure I slept so long because of how exhausted I was from yesterday's power outburst. As I walk through the hospital with Taki at my side, I wonder if it's safe for me to be here. No, I'm fine as long as I control my emotions, right? Takumi made good on his promise to bring me to see Yasu, but now that I'm here, I'm super nervous. We come to a halt in front of a door. Takumi briefly glances at me before focusing on me. Here it is. My mom usually visits on Saturdays, so she's probably in there. Oh, alright. I'm gonna go then. I need to finish getting you what I mentioned to you yesterday. Taka turns around before I can say much and starts walking away. See ya! He doesn't turn around, just give me a quick wave as he walks away. I stare at his back as he leaves, right up until he turns at a corner and disappears from sight. I'm getting the feeling that Taka didn't want to be here at all. I wonder how often he comes to visit then. I mean, I'm sure he witnessed his friend nearly dying. I don't think he can look at his friend the same way. And the fact that he can't find the murderer or killer, he's probably pissed. I turn back toward the door and steel myself, taking in a deep breath. But at least we can see Takumi's mom, right? He said his mother's in there. She's always so kind to me, but it has been a while. You can do this, Michiko. With that, I push open the door to the hospital room. I walk into the hospital room and immediately see Takumi's mother, Miyoko. She turns in. When she sees me, she greets me with a smile. Michiko. Oh, his mother looks different. Like, she isn't like Tetsuya's mom, who is very elegant and blue. Takumi's mom seems more laid back, more of like the mom that makes you bento boxes. Makes you bento boxes and read you stories. I mean, Tetsuya's mom probably does the same thing. Takumi said she just gives me the vibe of more comfortable. Takumi said you would be coming. It's been so long. Where's Yasu? I'm ready to see him. It's over 30 minutes, but I want to see him. I walk up to Niyoko, feeling a little awkward, and give her a small bow. Niyoko steps closer and pulls me into a one-arm hug. I freeze at first, not knowing what to do or how to react, but I quickly find myself smiling. Niyoko has never been one for formality, I guess. She hasn't changed at all. Yeah, she's so comfortable, man. When Niyoko pulls away, I get a good look at her face, and it hits me just how much I've missed her. Whenever she wasn't working, she was always more of a mother to me than Shizuka ever was. You've grown so much. You're such a lovely young lady now. Though you always were the cutest child. Thank you. Miyoko's expression suddenly relaxes into a frown. I realize that she must wear it off far often than a smile. Did Takumi already leave then? I nod. Miyoko sighs and looks away. Takumi doesn't like to see Yasu. He hasn't for years. I finally asked him why he doesn't come visit Yasu anymore. He said that he'll come and see him when he wakes up. Oh, my pretty boy. He's so pretty. Why'd they do that to you? Don't worry, I'm getting revenge for you. Even though I have my own issues going on, but I'll get revenge for you. You've been sleeping for too long and we're gonna help you. Miyoko glances over at the hospital bed and I swallow, seeing the thin form lying there. I slowly walk over to Yasu, hooked up to various monitors. He looks deathly pale, but oddly enough, he doesn't seem to be wasting away. He grew into such a handsome man, but I hate seeing him like this. He looks so thin and pale and like death itself. I hate it. It's probably why Takumi doesn't come here. Miyoko comes to stand next to me. They still don't know what's wrong with him. She sighs deeply and says in a small voice, I just want my son back. Wait! Yasu is him? Yasu is your older son? Wait, my girl has a crush on him. I feel a stab in my heart at the weariness of pain in Yoko's voice. Why did this have to happen? No wonder Taku's so determined to solve this case. He must want to bring some kind of closure to his mother at the least. I spend a little more time talking to Yoko before I begin to feel like I can't handle it anymore. Being here with Yasu, who almost looked like he's dead, and a depressed and hopeless Nyoko, I can't take it. I want to cry or scream or do something, but what can I really do? And for some reason, something seems off with Nyoko. She won't look at me in the eyes at times, and keeps cutting her sentences short. I wonder if there's something she's hiding, but I can't figure out exactly what it might be. In the end, I decide to leave soon after. With too much on my mind, I go back to Aurelia's place. I found my way back to Aurelia's on my own, taking the train that Takumi has sent me information about, and jazzy music plays again. But this is where we are going to stop, because it's been far too long now. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Things are going progressively well. I really love this storyline, to be honest. It has honestly already topped Tetsuya and Shinji's route for me. So yeah, Shinji and Tetsuya, I can't really compare, because like you guys said, Shinji is more like a 18+ up storyline, and then Tetsuya is PG-13. You guys were right about that. So I can't really compare the two. There's no comparing it. It's just adult to childlike. Can't compare. But Takumi route is already #1 in my heart because of the story in general. It's great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.